So here's the situation. I've got this Arma Vortex 3S BLX that needs a servo. And I know this truck is discontinued, but it's still a worthy truck to drive, a worthy truck to put some money into because it's a lot of fun. So I contacted EcoPower to get a servo for it because they've been showing off these servos that are perfect drop-ins for Arma, Losi, Axial. And I went down this little rabbit hole, got a couple servos in, and even got one of their Electron duals with the battery combo set up, which saves a few bucks. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it because I know there's people out there looking for servos. So what I wound up getting was actually two of EcoPower's servos that they're showing as direct drop-ins for Arma vehicles. The 200T, one of them is a titanium gear, and then the other version is a standard metal gear. But these things have a lot of power. So a servo that comes in an Arma, I forget what they're up to now, but I think maybe 80 inches of torque, maybe the highest is like over 100, 120, something like that. So that's some decent torque for a ready to run servo, but it's probably got to go at some point, which it did here. And these servos, they have a ton of torque, 467 inches of torque at 6 volts, which I think is what the speed controller, the Spectrum system, is putting out in this truck. And if you have a BEC that regulates the voltage, it goes all the way up to 8.4 volts, and you can get 578 inches of torque out of this. I'll put prices in the video description below, along with the links if you want to check these out. These are some good looking servos. They've got an aluminum center section to them to help dissipate heat. The top and bottom is composite, but again, metal gear or titanium gear. Worthy upgrades from EcoPower. And I actually wanted to show you this one as well because I got this in for a crawler. This is a full metal case version servo, and this one at 6 volts is 781 inches of torque, and at 8.4, I'm actually probably going to put it in a crawler with a BEC, so I'll be able to regulate it. 883 inches of torque, and metal gears, obviously waterproof for all of them. So good servos to check out if you're looking for an aftermarket servo. And I am going to go with the titanium one in this. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you, this has been out for a little bit as well. This is their Electron dual, and it's a dual charger, and it could charge any type of battery. It's not a proprietary connector type setup. However, this is a smart system, so it is fitted with like a smart style connector, but it's again not proprietary. You'll be able to charge regular or other batteries, let's say a Reedy battery pack on this charger, and vice versa. With the battery packs themselves, you'll be able to charge them on another charger. But what I wanted to like kind of throw out at you guys is if you are picking up, let's say, an Arma vehicle such as this, check out the dual bundle. So I got the one with the 2 battery packs. It saves you like $20 in total at the end, and you'll have 2 packs to run in your car. You save a few bucks doing it. So just check out the different options that they have available. So this is one of the battery packs, 100C on this 3S, and it has an EC5 connector, which will also work on trucks that have an IC5 connector. That proprietary pin on a Spectrum ESC will slide right in between the two. It won't be a problem. So that's just a heads up there if you're new, but you'll be able to charge this on a regular charger if you want to. And I know it's got to look just like a Gen Z, so I'm going to go over that with the charger. It's got to be compatible with those as well. But these are good battery packs. I've actually used these with a bunch of tests that I do. Let's say when I go out and drive an Arma, I usually bring some Spectrum battery packs and I bring some Electron packs with me. These packs work really well. Now the dual charger, this thing is pretty robust. It's got a high charging capacity to it. 300 watts split between the 2 ports. It does up to 6S. And what's really cool about this is the user experience with it. And one thing people are gonna say is, oh, it's just a rebadged Gen Z's charger. That's not the case. What EcoPower did, they went and redid the UI, so it's much easier to navigate, much easier to see the information that you're going to need. So it's not an exact copy. Don't run down to the description to say it's just a copy. That's not the case. Outside it looks the same, but they did make some changes, so it is their own. Also has a USB port on the side, 2 amp. You can see the dual port in the front, and then again, you could put any battery you want into it. It doesn't have to be an Electron pack. You could put a Reedy pack or a Gen Z's pack, Turnigy, whatever you want. It just has the 4 buttons on the front, help you scroll through the different menus. What I really like about it is if you are using one of these Electron smart battery packs, you plug it in, it sets it up for you, and then it actually shows you the charge rate. It'll show you the individual cells. It'll have a battery graph to show you how much charge is going into the battery pack. It's going to also let you know how much charge time is left, which I absolutely love. And it'll tell you how many cycles are on on the battery. So really useful system, really easy for a newbie to get into. And I've been doing RC for a long time. Actually love using this system too because of that ability to see how much charge time is left. I'm always in a rush. I got to see how much charge time is left so I know what I got to do before I run out the door. But anyway, I want to get this servo set up in the truck. I'll get this battery pack charged up and we'll go out for a little bit of fun. I should probably run through the servo swap for those that are interested. I removed the screws that secure the old servo. There's 4 of them on the outside and then 1 on the bottom that goes through the servo link. And then the new EcoPower servo has an aluminum arm on it. Forgot to mention that before. I am going to use a little bit of Loctite on the screw that goes through the link to the servo saver. You're going to want to make sure that your servo is centered. Mine was from the factory, so that was cool. Then I just reversed everything and installed the servo back in with the 4 screws. Put that screw through the bottom link into the bell cranks and plugged in the servo into the receiver. And if you have the ability, don't forget to set your endpoints. You know, by the time I had that servo installed, the battery was charged on the charger, so I'm ready to head outside now. All right, we're set up, ready to go now. The servo even works with ABC without a problem. Let's go rip on this thing. Everything's still covered in snow, so it's gonna be a driveway bash today. Look at that, it's got plenty of steering. Battery, plenty of rip. Through the snow? Yeah. Forgot how much fun this truck is. It's been sitting there because it needed a servo. Now I'm back in action. This is my favorite part right here. Love just sending it up the hill and flying down around this corner. Yeah, it's whining. Awesome truck. The EcoPower stuff works. Like I said before, I've been running these batteries in a lot of my cars. There's some great packs. Plenty of steering though. That servo rocks. All right, guys, I'll have links for everything in the video description below. Hopefully this video helped you out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.